What is going on, Mulagins? It is your boy Kamish Mula, and the Mac is back. The Mac is back. Tonight, I get to sit with the very first coach in the history of the Mulaverse. Y'all, we have a user coach in the building, Coach Ace, the General Villa. He is taking over the reins in Rome, and we are very excited to see what Coach, has in store. But Coach, man, just to start off, how you feeling today? And thank you for sitting down with me. And we got work to do. We got a lot of work to do, and I'm excited, man. I think you're the right guy for the job. You know what I mean? I like your attitude. I like, the background when I checked you out. And we need dogs, man. We need dogs in this league. I'm a dog, and I got a tall task of building this MAC conference. I'm starting off with 6 schools. I got 6 schools, had to work within the budget of what I got. But now you here, and you're taking over, the House of Rome. And just give me a little bit of what inspired you to take on the role of the first ever head coach for the Rome Century. Like, what was it? We had a couple of conversations beforehand. I read your resume, I did my homework, and but what was it that got you to say, you know what, Rome is the place?
Mish, I appreciate you having me on, and I've been thinking about this a lot. I've been thinking about this interview, and I've been thinking about what it means to lead Rome, to be in the MAC, and with the pride and with the outlook and the vision and the landscape of what we got going on here. I think Rome, it's a special place. I come here with what I feel like is vision. I come here with what I feel like is a mission. I want to lead these troops. I feel like coming in, during the season, this is wartime. I told these guys already, I said, hey, look, we're here to battle week in and week out. You guys are doing well, but you do need a leader. And I think that sometimes it's hard whenever you have troops out there, they find success and they might think, hey, look, we got this. But in reality, for them to be successful, we need to be able to position them to be successful in the long run, to have the mentality of Rome, to have the not just the winning outlook, but longevity. We're not here for just a few battles. We're here to win this war. And this season, our goal is to win the MAC outright.
Okay.
And that's a bar.
That's a bar. That's a big bar. And don't mean to cut you off, but just want to stick to where you was at right there at that point in the conversation where you said, like, this team needs a general, and they've strung it together so far this season. They have a 4-2 overall record. They're 2-1 in the conference. Your quarterback is playing outstanding. You guys are on a 2-game winning streak. And, you are in a pretty tough spot, coming in at this time. I was very transparent with the interim guys that I had, running teams beforehand, that I was looking for dogs, that I was really bringing luggage. I told the schools ahead of time, I'm bringing my coaches, and no matter how long it's going to take to get these guys acclimated, I'm coming with luggage. We bringing the MAC back, man. And this team is 4-2. These is dogs. I went and got some dogs. You know what I'm saying? I was able to flip some dogs and bring them to the MAC. And this Rome team, we got the murmurs of a guy like Waverly Harris, one of the top corners, to come to the MAC. He's a personality, coach. Carter, your safety, who's been playing in the box, he's a personality, coach. Debo Sanders, Cartier Ocean, wide receivers. These guys are personalities, and they're having success. Even your quarterback, your user quarterback Zion, is having arguably the best start to his career ever from high school to now. How are you? Walking in day one in the locker room. What's practice one? You have a big game coming up this week. What is your mindset going into the locker room for the very first time after this conversation?
Yeah, that's a great question. And I think as we walk in, like the opening credits of one of the best movies ever, Rome, we're walking into this battle this week where we have to go against Lumen. But I want to, if I can, roll it back a little bit, because where I came from as a player, as a hard-nosed linebacker, I thought I'd be playing at this level. I thought I would have the career, and I'd have the glory, and I'd have the accolades. But God just decided it wasn't my time, and I had this need. It just gave out on me, this career that I had, this mindset, and it led me a different direction. But where it led me to, and you know my background, to the University of Texas. I was able to be under the tutelage of the great Mac Brown, under my coach, Petey Novacek. He was my positions coach, but he gets this defensive coordinator spot. He brings me on as a special assistant. I mean, the story's long. We can get long into it, long-winded, but the reason I have to roll it back is because it's been a long journey for me too. These guys, they don't know me very well. They coming in thinking, hey, they got this new coach. What's he about? Is he going to bring something that's going to help us? But ultimately, I'm here because this is my journey too. And because our paths are crossing, we're at this pivotal point in my career where I'm trying to not just make it about myself, but it's about building up these young men and in this program. And what I've seen, and I've seen the bar set super high, at these D1 schools, someone like University of Texas is one of the monsters of recruiting, one of the monsters of going in, performing at the highest level possible. And some of these guys that we got in there, these personalities, I mean, you could walk across the offensive and defensive depth chart and you see guys that just have potentials through the roof. That's what I see. But I think that, some of these guys, we have to have this mindset of being in battle, and this not just relying on our physical skills, because honestly, and I'm gonna let you take it after this, but honestly, it starts with that mentality of like, hey, look, are we gonna be strong-willed? Are we gonna be keen-minded? And are we gonna go in with this team mentality? Because if we don't, Lumen's gonna run over us. And I ain't gonna let that happen, but it takes a team effort. And the team is everyone.